So the other really impressive thing about subnets is subnets don't need to be EVM compatible. They don't need to be Ethereum clones. They can actually be anything that you can think of. And so as a little bit of a tech demo, we actually created a new subnet that is not EVM based called the Spaces VM. And Spaces VM is basically kind of like a key value storage subnet. It's something kind of similar to all of these data storage, data availability subnets we've seen recently, or not subnets, blockchains like Filecoin pop up recently. But they basically allow you to store some data, for some key, it allows you to store some data value into it that you can retrieve. And so you can kind of create your own namespace. So a lot of people like to claim their own name, and then you can put data in it. You can store it, and that data, doesn't have to be just a string. You could actually put like a picture. You could put binaries in there. You could use it to store whatever you want. And I believe people are incentivized to store that and replicate that data. So this is also I will caveat, it is also a testnet subnet. It's not in production. It is in production, but it's not intended to be a permanently existing service. We could wipe your data at any time. So don't put too much stake in it or build mission critical software on top of it. But we just wanted to show the power of subnets, and that subnets don't just have to be Ethereum virtual machines. They can be small or large layer one equivalents, and they can totally reimagine what you think a blockchain can be.
Yep, and so here it is, authenticated hierarchical key value store with the IP712 compatibility, state expiry, and fee-based metering. And so I'm really interested to see, it's got arbitrary key value stores, but they can be hierarchical. And so I'm very interested in authenticated, and I'm really interested to see what people do with this. I think this actually has a lot of potential if you come and check out the API. I know that I heard Patrick brainstorming on some cool ideas internally. And so I'm really interested to see what comes of this. I don't think this is just like a simple throwaway dApp by any means. I think there's actually quite a lot of potential here. But yeah, it's just
well, cool. One thing you could do, for instance, is use it as like a cross subnet name service. If subnets have the ability to index into the subnet VM, or sorry, the Spaces VM, you could use it to do something like ENS, but across different subnets. So you could just say, if I'm Gabriel, Spaces/Gabriel, and I can read this this VM, then you have a way to do name matching and address matching, across different chains. And I think that would be something really powerful.
Yeah. So here you go, subnet ID. All of the stuff that's here in my notes this week, I'm going to put in the description box of the YouTube channel. So if any of this stuff looks cool to you, the link should be there. Okay, so I don't think we